I am supposed to speak about the freedom to write. But is the freedom to write separate from other freedoms? Economic freedom, political freedom, sexual freedom? Here you have the free market everywhere. Is the free market really free? Because the word freedom, sometimes very misleading, sometimes it's an illusion. You know, you feel free, but really you are not free. It's like when I ask women who are veiled, why you are veiled? They say, we are free, we chose the veil. I ask women who put makeup, and the makeup is another veil, I call it postmodern veil. I ask women why you put the makeup, they say, we are free. Or women who are naked in parties and they show half of their breasts, I ask them why you are naked, they say, we are free. So freedom to dress or freedom to undress, freedom to be veiled or not to be veiled or to be naked, this is not freedom. This is an illusion. This is really an illusion. And the freedom to write, I haven't seen really in any country freedom to write or freedom to express ourselves. There is subtle censorship in the United States. Of course, the censorship in Egypt is very crude and harsh and visible. But here, maybe the censorship is more dangerous because it's subtle and invisible. I think we live in one word, not three words. I am very much against the word third word. They ask me, are you a third word? You come from the third word? This is an insult to me. I am not from the third word. And this country is not the first word. We should not use this language. This is very colonial language, but we use it in our writing. Like the word post-colonial. In the academia, they say post-colonial, as if we finished colonialism. We are in the neo-colonial period. Also, the Middle East, they say, I am from the Middle East. Every day, I hear the word Middle East, and it's an insult to me. Why? We were named Middle East by the British colonizers. So Egypt were middle relative to London, and India was the far east relative to England. So we were named by our colonizers relative to them. So now when I go to London, from Egypt to London, I say I'm going to the Middle West. Okay. When I come to the United States, I say I'm coming to the Far West. You laugh. You are laughing about a ridiculous language, but we use this ridiculous colonial language every day in our writing, in our academia, in the media, and nobody laughs. So we have to change the language in order to be free, because if we cannot change the language, we are not free. So the problem with writing is that the freedom to write can veil the mind and can do the opposite, can unveil the mind and lead to real knowledge and real understanding of the dynamics in the world. Because we do not receive this knowledge from schools or universities. We receive fragmented knowledge. I graduated from the medical college not understanding politics. I have to study politics. I have to study religions. I have to study sexuality. Even we didn't study sexuality. So it's a big problem. And we have really to be critical, even to sacred things. We have to criticize God. We have to criticize heads of states. We have to criticize anything. Without this critical mind, we cannot be creative. And without this critical mind and creativity, we cannot have revolution. We cannot have social revolution. We cannot have collective revolution, because writers can help in this illumination. They can help in this revolution, or the opposite. And that's the problem. Writing is very powerful, and it can be against knowledge and can be with knowledge. It depends where you stand. Are you in the market? Are you working for writing for the market? To have the Nobel Prize? To have a high post? To have a lot of money? To be secure, not to go to prison? Because you are afraid of torture, of prison? Or what? And that's the question. I would like to say we need a revolution, really. Collective, social, political, economic revolution. And writers can do it. Everybody can do it. Help in doing it. We have to do that. It's a responsibility. There is no freedom without responsibility. If I am free, I am responsible. But nobody speaks about responsibility to the others. In fact, creativity means to be responsible towards the self and the others, to fight for your liberation and liberation of the others. I remember in prison, the jailer comes every day to my cell, the jailers, and they inspect my cell, looking for a piece of paper and pen. And the head of them used to tell me, if I find paper and pen in your cell, it is more dangerous than if I find a gun. You see how writing, how the pen is important, is powerful if it's really used against injustice, against hypocrisy, against lies. If the pen is used with responsibility and with freedom,